Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Moto video. Today we will start off, doing some predictions just for Seattle, and then we'll jump in for a few rest of the year predictions I have for the final, 7 or 8 rounds that we have left, and I will jump into the 250 West Riders as well in this video, so stay tuned for all that. Let's hop right into it. So my 2023 Seattle predictions includes this one. We'll start off really wild here, is that Aaron Plesinger can win or wins Seattle. I'm claiming that Aaron Plesinger wins Seattle. I'm not exactly sure how on track that is, but I think that there's a good chance of it happening. He's got momentum rolling, and if we see a guy like Chase Sexton with pure speed go down or not exactly have a great start again and can't really surge to the front as fast, I think that AP definitely has a great chance at a win with a good start. But a lot of things have to go his way to it being a purebred win, and I think that speaks volume on how well AP's been riding this season and just last round in general. And I think that truly, I really do think that Aaron Plesinger has a chance, but headed into the next one here, we're going to get a little bit more realistic. I think Jason Anderson or Ken Roczen, both of them have a chance at, even a podium or as much as a second here. It depends on, how things go, how things start, how things are this weekend. But I think that Jason Anderson or Kenny coming fourth this weekend. And I don't know if I say that with full guarantees, but we're getting a little bit more realistic here. I'm going to say that Jason Anderson, Kenny, one of the two, will result in fourth this weekend in Seattle. I think that is a pretty borderline, that one can be weird to some people and can be good to some people. But moving on to this next one could be popular, go both ways as well. But I think Eli Tomac will a whole shot. We're getting kind of weird here, getting kind of simple. We're going to go with the Eli Tomac whole shot bet on tonight. I don't know why, or on for this weekend here in Seattle. It just feels like something Eli is going to want to do. And, Eli, it's hard to stop him from doing something he wants to do. Obviously, he wants to win every race, and he doesn't. But I'm saying, if he has his headset, on something, and, if he thinks he needs a whole shot to win a race, I wouldn't put it past him to go out there and pull the holy in Seattle. And moving on here, we'll have one more of these 450 bets or predictions here, and move on to the 250s. But I think, he, or in the main event, Cooper will put the bike on the ground. It might be absurd. I mean, I don't remember him crashing at all this year, except maybe once, and it wasn't too major. I think I couldn't even, or can I even remember him? I can't remember. He had to at least once, right? For sure. But I think Cooper puts the bike on the ground. He or in the main event this weekend should be fun to watch. Moving to the 250s, I think that a McAdoo, whatever he ends up in, I think he's going to end up winning. So give me a McAdoo heat win. Give me an Enzo Lopes top 5 as well. I think in Seattle in this upcoming weekend, he has a good chance from a long resting point to go out and get a top 5 finish in that main event. Speaking of 5, I think Max Vohland will get 5th place on the dot in the main event, and I think that RJ Hampshire misses the podium. That's probably the most wild one out of all these. I think RJ Hampshire misses the podium. That one is kind of out on the limb, kind of like the Aaron Plesinger wins in Seattle. A lot of things have to go wrong for RJ, as a lot of things have to go right for Aaron Plesinger. So it is what it is. Those are my Seattle predictions. We'll move on to the predictions for the rest of the year, and kind of just fun little dot points here for possibilities for the rest of the year. I think that Adam Cianciarulo can get a top 5 finish by the end of the season, and I don't even think it's that crazy. Moving on to number 2, does Jason Anderson finish in the top 4 for the rest of the year after this race? After Seattle, I have him finishing. I have that fun one with Anderson or Kenny coming in 4th. After Seattle, does Jason Anderson even finish in the top 4 for the rest of the year? I'm going to say no. Jason Anderson doesn't finish in the top 4 for the rest of the year. Sounds crazy. I mean, how many times he's finished in the top 4 this season? I think it was probably one of the Anaheims, I'm sure. Yeah, I guess that one could be a little bit more crazy than some of them, but it doesn't sound as crazy as it is. Last but not least for the 450s here, Sexton wins at least 2 more times this season. I think that one is completely in range. I think that one is going to be fun to like monitor on, because all season long he's been kind of a question mark for that winner spot. But he comes out, does it last week, by default, but does it anyways. And I think that he can win at least 2 more times for the rest of the season. And speaking about, the number 2 again, we'll talk about Jet Lawrence. And I think Jet Lawrence wins all but 2 more of the West races on the West Coast, including the East-West Showdowns, depending on where. I think it's East Rutherford as we're having that East-West Showdown. But I think that he wins all but 2 of these races for the rest of the season. Should be really fun to watch, keep an eye out on. I've messed up my words too many times to count in this video, but that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like and also consider subscribing. It's supposed to be a fun little filler video until we get to the recap on Monday, so it'll be probably a while before anything get posted, unless anything crazy happens in Seattle. I might do like an instant reaction to that. So that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate all the support recently and all the hate recently. All the attention to the channel is a good thing in a way, so it is what it is, hate or not. And I'll see you guys next time.